Peace, peace. Share Lafayette, it's your brother Sutek, representing Niger Valley Civilization, representing Copa Side Research Team and the families. What up, everybody? Yo, so what we gonna do to let people get time enough to roll in? I'm gonna play this commercial, then we'll get to it. All right.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the books is in. The books are in. Yep. They in. They're here.
All right, peace, peace, peace. Peace to the people. Spears are flying. So, we've been dealing with this guy, Sabir Bay. Been calling out certain people, certain families. So now you got to deal with it. He likes to talk about travel a lot. Travel. You got to travel. You got to travel and sit down and talk to these people. But do we necessarily have to travel to get understanding of what these people feel and what these people think? To get these people's words from their own mouths? Do we have to travel, or is this the 21st century? Do we have the internet? Can I connect from America to a person in Africa on a different continent? Are we able to do that without traveling, without sending pigeons? Like, this is 21st century, bro. So I ain't gonna be too long. What I'm gonna do to start with is I'm gonna give y'all some understanding on two groups. We like to talk about North Africa. Certain people like to talk about North Africa a lot more than others. My brothers to tell. Yeah, man. Peace, peace. Yeah, man. A lot of us like to talk about North Africa a little more than others. They say you got to travel. You got to go over there. You got to go to where they're at. You got to sit with the people. You got to get their story, right? We hear these things, right? But like I said, though, this is the 21st century. We have the internet. We have telephones. We have wireless telephones, cellular telephones. We have electronics and other means of technology that can connect us from one continent to another. They can connect the people from one continent to another. So, do we have to travel? Not necessarily. And I'm gonna show you why. But first, let me give y'all a little something to hit you with some understanding of two groups, right? Let me see. Make sure everybody can see your screen. Boom. We on. We on. So what is this? What do we have here? The Dannies. What is that? White Moors. You gotta be kidding me, right? The Dannies or the White Moors are one of two main subgroups of the Moors in Mauritania. That's what we're gonna be dealing with today, folks. Mauritania, right? The land that was supposedly named after the Moors. So we have two main subgroups of Moors in Mauritania. One is the White Moors. The White Moors have been accused of continuing the ancient practice of keeping slaves. Pay attention. Of keeping slaves in present day Mauritania. They are descended from Berbers and Arabs. One more time, man. One more time. I want to make sure everybody understands. The Dannies, or AKA White Moors, are one of the two main subgroups of Moors in Mauritania. The White Moors have been accused of continuing the ancient practice of keeping slaves in modern day Mauritania. They are descendant from Berbers. So they are descendant from Berbers and they are descended from Arabs. These are the White Moors. What am I using? This is what I'm using. You go all the way out so y'all can see. Encyclopedia of the Peoples of Africa and the Middle East. Amy Stokes is the editor. This is an encyclopedia. Right? Okay. So, what about the other subgroup? Wrong one. Wrong one. What about the other subgroup of Moors? That other subgroup of Moors are the Haratin. So you got white Moors. I just showed you white Moors. The Haratin are the black Moors. Right, and I will substantiate that. All right, hold on. Let's see. This is slaves in slavery in Africa, the servile estate. I will show you the cover to this source material once I'm done reading what I'm reading, right? So things, however, came to a head when Muley Ishmael and the ulama of Fez in July 18, 1698, when the Sultan ordered the collection of Heratin of Fez, or Faz. The term Heratin, according to Al Nasiri, is used on the Maghrib to designate manumitted, a manumitted man, manumitted meaning freed, a freed slave, a manumitted man or a free man of secondary rank. So these are former slaves and former slaves, right? However, the etymology of the term is still a subject of debate. Hmm. Although the origin of Hurricane is shrouded in mystery, it is generally believed that they were indigenous to the North Saharan oasis, hybrids between the ancient black population and Berbers. Notice, wait a minute, they're making a distinction between black populations and Berbers. Why is that? We are the Berbers, though, right? Hmm. And most of them had dark skin and Negroid features. The Hetatin did not constitute a tribal, did not constitute a tribe. Rather, they were groups of families scattered amongst North Africa and the Saharan, Arab, and Berber tribes. Right? So they're not a tribe. They're more of a social status. They're more of a caste. A group of families in North Africa. So that's where they roam, North Africa and Saharan, and among the Arab and Berber tribes of the desert, the Sahara. Right? Though the Heratin were free men, they were generally considered to be of inferior social status between slaves and free men. Most of the Heratin were farm workers and not landowners, receiving a fifth of the harvest from Arabs and Berber landlords for their work. In general, the Heratin were a class of people who were in many ways like slaves, i.e., non-tribal, economically vulnerable, socially debased, and phenotypically distinct. Phenotypically distinct. Mm. Their Negroid features and their lowly social caste, their economic dependency, and hence vulnerability, their non-tribal composition, and their propensity to discipline and loyal service to their patrons interested Muley Ishmael in them. So their low social status, their dependency economically, and their loyalty to whoever owns them made Muley Ishmael be like, yo, I need them in my army. I need these slaves in my slave army because they're so loyal. They are not of my people. So they have no part in these secession beefs or these succession conflicts that me and my people go through. They will be straight loyal to me because they have nothing. These are the hurricane, right? And I know that we say, yo, or certain people say, yo, don't use uh don't use Wikipedia, right? But I just gave you something besides Wikipedia. So let's see if Wikipedia agrees with whatever I'm bringing. Let's just see. Just for the fuck of it, right? 13. Oh, there we go. The Heretin, also referred to as Heretin, Haratini, a group of people known to be the descendants of black slaves. So they are descendants of black slaves. Did I just read that? Manumitted people, free slaves that lived especially in the Maghreb, right? That's the West, but they're really talking about North Africa. They are particularly found in modern Mauritania. Told you we're dealing with Mauritania today, where they form a plurality. Also, they're in Morocco and Western Sahara and Algeria. They're in Tunisia and Libya also. They're referred to by a different name, though. Right? The Haratine are related, but distinct from sub-Saharan Africans, from current sub-Saharan Africans. And why are they distinct? Because a lot of them are mixed with Arab and Berber, right? Most of these Haratine are female concubines, as you see the sister right here. Haratine girl from Morocco. Now, her parent, most likely her mother, was a sub-Saharan African slave that was the concubine for a Berber or an Arab, right? All right, so we've established, right, that they're slaves. Oh, hold on, yeah, I want to show y'all one more thing. Hold on, I gotta deal with the other. I gotta deal with that other group too, right? That other subgroup. Here we go. But dang, you spelled it a little different. It's the same thing. It's an Arabic term used in the Maghreb region of North Africa to refer to lighter skinned or white Moors. There we go. In contrast to the Haratine. So they're contrasting them to the Haratine, which are the black Moors, which refer to those of darker complexion or black. But they inhabit most of what is now Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and to a lesser extent Egypt. The Bedain refer to those of Arab, Berber, or Arab and Berber descent. However, large populations of the northern coast of Africa also have Iberian blood. So they got a little Iberian blood in them as well. They got a little European in them as well, right? Going back to the Spanish Reconquista. The main language of the Bedain is Arabic, and to a lesser extent, Tamazight, which is the Berber language, the Amazigh language. It is important to understand that the term Moor is not the term for a specific ethnic group, but rather the term used by European Christians in reference to the Arabs and Berber populations that hailed from North Africa in the medieval era and soon took control of Malta, Sardinia, Spain, southern France, Portugal, southern Italy, and Sicily. Hmm. Another term that was used in reference to the Arabs and Berbers at this time was Saracen. This was largely used to refer to the peoples of the entire Arab Islamic Empire, mostly used by the Italians, Europeans to the north. The term largely fell out of use in the post Middle Ages. Right, so it's telling you right here. I didn't even expect to see that. The term Moor is not the term used for a specific ethnic group, but rather a term used by European Christians. And I've been saying this, y'all. I've been saying this. Y'all can go back and look at the old videos. I've been saying this in reference to the Arab and Berber populations that hail from North Africa. The Arab and Berber populations. This is what they're saying the term Moor is referring to. It's a term used by European Christians. So that means it's an exonym. And an exonym is a term or a designation given to a person or a thing by outsiders. So These Europeans coming up on these people from North Africa, these Arabs and Berbers, and they giving them their own name, right? Forget what they call themselves. We're gonna generalize them and call them Moors. Moors didn't call themselves Moors though, right? All right. So now that we got that established, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. This guy's crazy, man. This is what we gonna do, man. The Moors of modern Mauritania. Now, if you can see, or as you can see, Niger Valley Civilization, what was that? December 29th, 2018? So that's 2 years ago, yo. This is nothing new. Go back in the archives. Watch these videos, yo. This is nothing new. Just let the people speak for themselves. Because he said, we got to go over there. We got to travel. Right? When he go over there to North Africa, Mauritania, to Spain, to wherever he going to, because he don't go to West Africa, right? So whenever he goes to wherever he goes to in North Africa and Spain, why don't he sit with the Haratini? Why don't he sit with the Black Moors? Why don't he try to get any of this conversation? I'm in America. I mean, I ain't travel, right? Who am I? I ain't even left the block, right? But I can get this.
There's something, Tanya, I know you're poised and ready to speak. There's something I want to ask you first, would you explain for us? And that is, there's a very complicated ethnic breakdown for Mauritania that outsiders have no idea what we're talking about. We've got white Moors and black Moors and Afro-Mauritanians. Can you just give us a very quick summary of the ethnic breakdown of Mauritania?
Yeah, I think this is a very important point in order for people to understand exactly what is taking place, to give a full picture of the population. The composition of the population is very important. In Mauritania, we have.
Wait, hold on. Suspense. Listen to the brother breaking it down, the social statuses of Mauritania. I'm gonna go back a little bit because he was just about to get into it. Oh, the suspense.
Yeah, I think this is a very important point in order for people to understand exactly what is taking place, to give a full picture of the population. The composition of the population is very important. In Mauritania, we have the white Moors, we have the black Moors who are slaves and Arajids, and then.
Whoa! You can't gloss over that, buddy. What did he say? Did he say the white Moors? Then did he say the black Moors who are slaves and Haratine? Who are the Haratine? I just showed y'all that, yo. Let me go back. I want to make sure y'all get this into y'all head. This dude say you got to travel. You got to travel to get their side of the story, but we're hearing that side of the story right now. The brother breaking it down for us. Let's go.
Important point in order for people to understand exactly what is taking place, to give a full picture of the population. The composition of the population is very important. In Mauritania, we have the white Moors, we have the black Moors who are slaves and Arajids, and then you have the Negro Africans. In the context of Mauritania, it's politically correct to to describe them as Negro Africans, living mainly in the south. They include Fulani.
So do you? Hopefully y'all get that. Like when he says Negro African.
Yeah, he slid that in, Super.
But he on point. When he
saying like he just like he kind of like you said.
Oh, he glossed over the
he did the Moor slave.
He did kind of gloss over it, man. But it's a touchy subject in Mauritania, though. You know what I'm saying? That they don't really want people speaking about this shit. So hopefully the brother okay. But yeah, he did try to, you know what I mean, try to gloss over that. But when he's speaking of the Negro Africans, who he's referring to is the brothers from the South, from the land of the blacks. The brothers in the land of the blacks that's coming to Mauritania to visit. You know what I'm saying? There's migrating to Mauritania, or who's coming to Mauritania to visit. You know what I'm saying? Or passing through. These people that's from the South are considered Negro Africans. But these people that live in Mauritania that are of sub-Saharan African descent, those are called Haratines, right? So he's making a distinction between the Haratine of Mauritania, which is the native and indigenous sub-Saharan Africans that reside in, or of sub-Saharan African descent that reside in Mauritania, and the Negro Africans to the south, the Sudani, the people from the land of the blacks, yo. So go back. And this is the last time. I ain't gonna keep stopping y'all.
Black notes who are slaves and Harakis, and then you have the Negro Africans. In the context of Mauritania, it's politically correct to to describe them as Negro Africans, living mainly in the south. They include Fulani, Soninke, Wolof, and Bambara. So, in the context of Mauritania, when you consider the color of the skin, Harakin and the farmers and slaves, and including the black community. So the black Mauritanian community represent more than 70 to 75% of the population.
So let me just see if I can make this clearer. It's not about black and white in Mauritania. Oh, I'm saying it is about black and white. Alright, so is that Nasser that's saying that?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, Tanya. Nasser, go ahead.
My point is that, for example, I could point to somebody like the Emir Abdurrahman Sweid Ahmed, who, by the social pyramid, will be basically at the very top of the pyramid. He looks like a black man.
And explain that to our international audience. And who is that person?
Abdurrahman Sweid Ahmed is no longer with us.
Okay.
He's the Emir, basically, of the Taganit area, which is basically the highest social rank anybody can achieve in our society. So going strictly by the Western American black over white, it doesn't quite cut it.
So it's not strictly a black and white.
No, I don't agree at all.
Okay.
Pointing to one person to explain a situation is not a viable, argument. We have a situation, statistically, speaking, we have blacks and the Arabs in Mauritania. So there are always, exceptional situations. Exceptional situations should not be, the general rule. So that is, the point I am trying to make. And also to go back to the point Abidin made about, the help that is needed in order to resolve the issue of slavery in Mauritania. It's very important. As I said in my initial statement, passing a law is just a beginning. So the government should not sit down and assume that slavery is ended. Here in the U.S., slavery ended in 1865. After that, we had the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We have the Voting Rights at 1965.
I understand your point perfectly. Aberdeen, we have it for your back, so I really want to get into the conversation. So Aberdeen, do jump back into it, and it's good to hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I was on mute. I think the question today.
So you hear the brother, man, laying it out for y'all himself. I had a team. He said the Berber tried to come through and say, "Yo, it's not so much of a black or white thing." The brother like, "No, it actually is, bro. It actually is." You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. He tried to use Abdul Rahman, which is supposedly, with air quotes, a Fulani or his mother is Fulani, right? But he's saying even if that is so, you can't point to one instance and make that a general rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's definitely a black or white thing. How you gonna tell that brother, man? And did you hear him refer to the Negro African people? He said from the South. He also said who identify as Fulani, Wolof, Bambara. He didn't say they identified as Moors, yo. So what are we gonna superimpose a European Christian identity on these people? How Eurocentric? Oh, we don't rock like that over here. So I had this other video that I want to play, right? YouTube kept cutting me off. So I said, let me chop this thing up, see if they let me play it like this. So I'm gonna give it a try. If it stopped, y'all let me know in the chat. All right, hold on. That ain't working. That ain't working. Let me try. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Our journey through the hottest place on Earth starts on a particularly cold day. This is the Atlantic Ocean, at the very edge of the African continent. The coast of Mauritania marks the far west of the Saharan desert. Miles away from Europe, we're on patrol with the Spanish Coast Guard, no less.
Qu'est-ce que les Espagnols font en Mauritanie?
Pour les aider pour la coopération entre la Mauritanie et l'Espagne.
Mais c'est pas la frontière d'Espagne ici, hein?
Ah oui, mais d'ici, ils sont sortis beaucoup de pirogues avec clandestins jusqu'à l'île Canarie. Et l'île Canarie, c'est l'Espagne.
Et les migrants, ils sont pas ici? Quand est-ce que vous avez arrêté la dernière migrant?
C'était le fin 2008, exactement. C'était en fin 2008. Depuis 2009, il y a eu presque les pirogues, exactement. Il y a fait...
Ça fait longtemps?
Ça fait longtemps, oui. Ça fait longtemps.
The Sahara, Africa's great desert, is now Europe's most southern border, where it combats migration, terrorism, and overpopulation. But what do the people of the Sahara think of all this interference? And what can we learn from the people of the Great Desert? There is still a constant flow of sub-Saharan Africans coming to Mauritania. But now they have set their sights not on Europe, but on the fishing here.
So, guys, is the fish stinking?
Well, they left this one for a long time, about 2 weeks or thereabout, when they brought it.
Yeah? But then what are you going to do with it?
So we have to process them, wash them. These are the fresh ones.
Okay. And are they from Mauritania, or all these people here?
They are Nigerians.
Oh, you're from Nigeria?
Yes.
From Niger?
Yeah. So these are the dry ones, how they look like. See, they are no longer stinky. They're no longer smelly.
No, this is better. That stinks, but this doesn't stink. Hey, and how come there's no Mauritanians here, only Nigerians?
They don't eat this. They left it for us.
Oh, I'm here for about 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like Mauritania?
I like it, but not as my country. I like my country better.
Why?
My country has freedom. Here, there's no freedom. You understand?
How do you feel that?
Oh, I know very well. Yeah. You can only come here, make a little money, and get out.
So how they treat black Africans?
Man, they are not too bad, but it's not easy being with the people in different religions. They are not bad. They are good people. Yeah. But you don't have freedom, that's all. It's not like your country or mine where you can be free and do what you like. You know, in Holland, you can be free if you're an answer.
Oh, so hopefully everybody is hearing this, right? He said there is no freedom. In my country, there's freedom. So what does that mean? If he has no freedom, what is he saying? So don't let nobody go, even if they went to these places in North Africa. Don't let nobody tell you, bruh, that these brothers are not enslaved. There are some manumitted brothers and sisters out there. Some of them that have got quote unquote freed. But we're going to show you them too. This is how they are received in North Africa and Mauritania, to be specific.
Amsterdam, you can be free. You can do what you like. Yeah. So that is just the fact.
Mauritania is a transit zone. This is where Black Africa collides with the Islamic North. Mauritania is an Islamic republic. The only Christians here come from down south. This is their only church, very much resembling a flying saucer that has just touched down on the edge of the Sahara.
So this church, what does it mean to you actually?
It's a kind of protection to us. Even if they are disturbing people outside, they don't come easily to this place, to this circuit.
It's protected.
It's somehow a little bit protected. But there was a time they came in chasing people into this place.
Like being arrested here?
Yes. They came to look for those people that doesn't have permit.
Do they see you as equal?
No, not at all. They see us as low class human. They don't even, you can't. The way they look at us at times is funny, but there's nothing we can do.
Because you have a different skin color?
Man, YouTube, motherfucker, man.
They cut it.
Damn. Well, they do not want y'all to hear about this shit. Right? Man.
I thought you had found a way around the system, Sutek.
Shit, I thought I did too. I clipped it, edited it. I ain't playing it from YouTube. They are not playing no games.
Copyright infringement is real, y'all.
Damn, we still ain't even back yet. Damn, man. That fucked up the whole.
It say we still live.
Yeah, we are, but it's saying stream unavailable.
Oh, that's crazy. Man, they got some good ass algorithms in here.
Man, joke.
To be able to figure that out.
Shit, hopefully they bring us back.
Yeah, you was going in.
Damn, man. Ooh, they might not. They might not be fucking with you. God damn.
Crazy.
Oh, there we go.
We back.
Yeah, we back. Yeah. Man, YouTube is not playing. They don't want y'all to see this, man. So, hey, what I'm going to do, let me see, can I at least play the audio on this little part right here, at least. Go back here a little bit.
Protection to us. Even if they are disturbing people outside, they don't come easily to this place.
All right, hold on. Let me try this. If this don't work, goddamn it, I don't know.
What happened, Sutek?
It's a kind of protection to us.
There we go.
Even if they are disturbing people outside, they don't come easily to this place, to this subject. It's protected. It's somehow a little bit protected. But there was a time they came in chasing people into this place.
Like being arrested.
Yes. They came to look for those people that doesn't have permit.
Do they see you as equal?
At all. They see us as low class human. They don't even, you can't somehow come easily to this place, to this subject. It's protected. somehow a little bit protected. But there was a time they came in chasing people into this place. Like being arrested. Yes. They came to look for those people that doesn't have permits. Do they see you as equal? At all. They see us as low class human. They don't even can't. The way they look at us at times is funny, but there's nothing we can do because you have a different skin color. Part of it, but the issue of social stratification comes into play here. So social stratification. Yes. What does that mean? It means in some people in some country they have free man, slave, this kind of you have slaves, so they look at themselves as a free man, somebody that's supposed to be in charge, do everything. Then they look at us as slaves. They don't have equal right with them.
He said they look at us as slaves. We don't have equal rights. What is that?
Yeah, he's going in, man. What country he said he's in?
It's Mauritania.
Oh, wow.
The country that's supposed to be named after these Moors. Mauritania.
Oh, they really heard too much about Mauritania.
Damn, bro, they cut it off again.
That's crazy. I thought you had the thing over it.
Shit, I did. God,
hey, I just listened to what you said in the chat. Hey, bro, this Marathon OG is exactly what you said. This shit fire, dog.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's that pure. It tastes like pure OG.
Man, look, this is the best shit I done had. Damn near. This the best shit I done had in a couple months, dog.
Yeah, I'm telling you that they got it down there at the dispensary that I go to. They got it up.
They had it because he was down playing it.
Yeah, they had it for a while in the little $20 cases, and they put that motherfucker in the $50 cases. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll just wait. I'll wait.
Hey, we back.
He was down. Yeah, man. So YouTube they're not gonna let me play that. I would just play the audio, but a lot of it is in French, and some of y'all are like, you have to read some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to read the subtitles for some of this shit. So, man, I'm gonna have to figure out another way to do that. I'm gonna have to figure out a way around it, man. YouTube do not want to let y'all hear that. But yeah, y'all hear a little bit of the brother. Hold on, let me see if I can. He's still speaking in English right now, so I'll play a little bit more of this.
This kind of you have slaves, so they look at themselves as a free man, somebody that's supposed to be in charge, do everything. Then they look at us as slaves. We don't have equal right with them. There's some things you don't do with them because you are not like a free man. Mauritania is at the western extreme of the Great Desert. Almost the entire country is covered in sand. No Dutch camera crew has ever visited here since the 1980s. All I know about the country is that it's an Islamic police state. Everyone here is a child of the Sahara. Fortress, we've gone past it. It wasn't until the late 19th century ever revealed or great fan visit to a young artist who has lived here all his life. C'est qui? C'est Bilal. C'est un descendant d'esclaves.
Now they speaking French. Alright, let me see. See if I can play around with it. I'm gonna get y'all this shit, man, one way or the other. He talking to the brother, made a painting. He said this is a picture of it, one of his friends named Bilal, named after the famous Bilal. He was a brother, Haratin, which is a descendant of slaves, and he was set free in 2002, right? So,
mais ça veut dire qu'il a...
Asking him this, if slavery still exists in Mauritania, right?
Encore l'esclavage en Mauritanie? Ouais, il y a encore l'esclavage, malheureusement.
Yes, it still exists.
Parce que quand je parle d'esclavage, j'ai des images il y a 200 années. Hein. C'est l'esclavage pour moi, c'est quand tu gardes la personne et tu lui traites comme un esclave. Et ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire la personne, tu lui payes pas, il travaille.
Not paying them any money, although you make them do the heavy work. That's slavery, right? Am I correct? Like, I mean, that's the textbook definition. You know what I'm saying? So his brother is basically saying he was asked, does slavery still exist in Mauritania? He said, yeah. Sadly, it does. Sadly, it does still exist today in Mauritania, you know? And he said, what is that? He was asked, what does that consist of? Well, back off. Damn, man.
Ça veut dire traite comme un esclave. Et ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire la personne qui ne paye pas, il travaille forcément pour toi. La personne, il ne va pas à l'école. Il n'est pas libre. Il n'est pas libre de lui-même. Et selon ce qu'il a dit, il avait dit en 2002, il a cherché à être libre, mais ils l'ont amené en prison. Ils l'ont puni à cause de sa révélation à être libre. Il a dit,
Okay, we back. Yeah, man. Maybe I just have to read a couple of little parts, like Sister Keisha said. I want y'all to get this, man, one way or the other. Either way it goes, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat for the actual documentary. It's on YouTube, yo. So y'all can go back and watch this shit yourself. Like YouTube can't block it. Can't block it that way. Y'all can go watch it yourselves, but I give y'all some of the important parts of what's being said right now. So yeah, like I told y'all, talking to the brother about a friend named Bilal who was freed in 2002. He's telling him Bilal told him that he tried to run away also in 2002 before he was freed.
Il avait dit en 2002,
cherchait à être libre, mais ils l'ont amené.
But they locked him up.
En prison, ils l'ont puni à cause de.
They punished him because he went public with it. So the Mauritanian government punished his brother Bilal and locked him up because he went public with slavery in Mauritania.
Sa révélation de. Ouais, comment? C'est-à-dire, on lui met dans la prison.
They locked him up and beat him. This is what the brother is saying. This is what the brother is saying that Bilal told him.
On lui frappe.
Et les femmes, hein?
C'est là, elle a été libérée en 2000.
He has a picture, a painting, a portrait painting of another woman, of a woman. He said she was set free in 2013, I think.
2013, je crois.
2013.
Ouais.
C'est récemment.
Ouais.
Et c'est facile de parler à mon.
So, okay, so he's asking them, is it easy to talk about this in Mauritania? Are you free to talk? He's talking about, is the brother free to talk about slavery and the caste system and the servile condition that these brothers are in?
Est-ce que tu peux parler de ce sujet librement?
En Mauritanie, c'est l'esclavage, c'est tabou, donc ça n'existe pas.
He said in Mauritania, slavery is taboo. So you're really supposed to talk about it. You know, it's supposed to be like a unspoken of rule, right? He says he's asking them, it doesn't exist officially, and the brother is replying back, yes, they say it doesn't exist. So the Mauritanian government denies the existence of this slavery and these servile conditions that's going on in Mauritania.
Ouais, ça n'existe pas. Ils disent que ça n'existe pas.
All right, so we can
child clearly in need of stronger.
We can skip past the visuals. Right in the desert. He's with a Touareg in the desert. I mean, just real quick for 1 second. Show y'all.
So
that's the Touareg right there. Man. That's the Touareg. So when they tell you the Touareg, this and that, no, that's what they look like right there. That's Touareg.
Lui, il a famille aussi. Oui. Il vit avec vous pour longtemps. Là, c'est long.
They got the hair teen in the back. The brother that's mixed with Berber and Sub-Saharan African. They got him over here doing the work. He's asking the Touareg, is he a Touareg too? And he's saying, yeah, well, you know, he's something like a brother. Something like a brother, huh? But he over there doing the work, chopping the wood while you sitting over there chilling. See him? He has worked for us for many years, 10 years now. Right? So is he a Touareg? Man, hey, you can call him that if you want to. Because he lives with Touareg. He's owned by Touareg and he's following Touareg customs. But do they see him like them? Do the Touareg see him as a Touareg? The Tuareg didn't say yes. He says he's like a brother to me. That was his reply.
This in vain, as it turns out, as my preconceived ideas get short shrift. Vous savez, c'est quelle date aujourd'hui?
So I was just showing y'all the tawny Moors with these Saharan Tuareg, but you know, we can skip past this. This is not the meat of this conversation and what we was dealing with it for. They show the hair team, brother. Now check this out. Got the brother doing all the work. Telling the joke. For the food.
Great, the capital, Nouakchott, is a city of nomads, where traditions of desert life are still to be found. Who is that woman clearing the table, for instance? Is she the family slave? And how can you tell?
Who's that woman?
In de graven Mauritanië vooral niet, maar ook in Mauritanië vandaag de dag. Ja, dat weten we natuurlijk juist wel op. Moi, je suis très choqué, je suis vraiment, je suis pas à l'aise quand je voyage à l'étranger et des gens, peut-être comme vous ou comme d'autres, ils me demandent est-ce que l'esclavage existe chez vous? J'ai honte.
He's beaten up with another brother from a different state in the country of Mauritania. And let's see what the brother's talking about.
Moi, je suis très choqué, je suis vraiment, je suis pas à l'aise quand je voyage à l'étranger et des gens.
He said, I'm always shocked when I travel abroad and people ask me that slavery still exists in your country. So when he travels, people ask him, does slavery still exist in Mauritania? So that means it's not that much of a secret, right? But some of these people, some of these Moors will tell you it's not going on, or they'll just skip past it like it's non-existent.
Peut-être comme vous, comme d'autres, ils me demandent est-ce que l'esclavage existe chez vous? J'ai honte.
He said, then I'm ashamed of my country. Because he's ashamed that he has to admit that slavery still exists in his country, that he will be considered a slave still, or a descendant of a slave still, or a manumitted slave in his country.
Trompé, parce que c'est interdit. Oui, oui, c'est interdit l'esclavage. Depuis quand?
So the guy asked him, is slavery abolished? He said, yes, it's abolished. And the guy said, since when? It's been abolished since 1981. 1981, yo.
Il est interdit depuis 1981. Quel est le sort des victimes d'esclavage?
He said, what happened to the victims of slavery?
Quand ils sortent de l'esclavage, ils viennent.
They are set free, or they come here when we can give them guidance. So he's basically like, the brother is trying to basically create like a safe haven for slaves and free slaves.
Mais il faut les accompagner. Sinon, Il y a deux choix.
Once they come here, they have two options. They can establish themselves in the city.
Ils vont s'installer dans les villes et ils vont grossir les rangs
They join the poor, the criminals.
Des pauvres, des criminels et des gens comme ça parce qu'ils sont pauvres. La pauvreté, c'est quelque chose de très difficile. À défaut, ils retournent chez les maîtres.
He said they can come and join these groups, these poor and these criminals, or they can go back to their masters because they have nothing. So you can come and run away, or you can be freed and come here. But once you come here, you're going to establish yourself in the city, and you're going to join the poor people and the criminals, because this is what this place is built up off of. You know what I'm saying? These people were slaves. They just getting free. They don't have nothing. So since they don't have nothing, a lot of these people go back to their masters.
Ils disent, moi, je suis libéré, je n'ai rien à manger.
Then they say, I'm free, but I have nothing to eat. I have nowhere to sleep. With my master, at least I have food.
J'avais quelque chose à manger. Et le prix de l'esclave. Ah non, je sais pas, ça, c'est depuis très longtemps. On n'a pas connu de vente d'esclaves en ce moment. Non, pas en ce moment. Dans l'esclavage traditionnel.
So the guy asked him how much does a slave cost, and the brother said, I don't know. The slave trade has stopped, but slavery is passed down through the mother.
Que ça vient de la maman. Ça vient de la maman. Quand votre maman est esclave.
It starts with the mother. If she's a slave,
esclave, vous devenez
then her kids are slave too, automatically. So this is basically like hereditary slavery. Matrilineal hereditary slavery, yo.
De facto esclave. Et ça, ce sont tous les présidents de la Mauritanie qui se sont succédés sur ce pays. Ils disent que l'esclavage n'existe pas.
Should all the presidents deny slavery exists here, one after the other?
Et après quelque temps, ils disent, ah voilà, nous allons prendre des mesures pour lutter contre l'esclavage. On ne lutte pas contre ce qui n'existe pas. Parce que la responsabilité du gouvernement, il y a les lois. Il y a la loi. Donc ça va. Et même maintenant.
He said, yeah, there's laws for it, but it still exists. It's just unspoken.
Des gens ont fait la prison parce qu'ils disaient que l'esclavage existe.
And the people who speak out against it are locked up.
Des gens ont fait la prison parce qu'ils ont assisté des victimes. Ils ont aidé des victimes. Ils ont dénoncé, ils ont parlé aux journalistes, ils ont assisté des victimes.
He said, people have been locked up for helping victims.
Ils ont aidé des victimes. Ils ont
for talking to journalists like you. So he's putting his own self in danger, you know, for even talking to this European journalist about slavery still existing and still being practiced today in Mauritania. This is not an old documentary, yo.
Dénoncer, ils ont parlé aux journalistes comme vous. C'est dangereux. C'est dangereux pour vous aussi. Ça, je l'estime. Et je l'estime.
He said, is this dangerous? The guy asked him, is this dangerous? He said, yes, this is dangerous. He said, I know and accept the risk, though.
Je supporte et je me prépare à tous les dangers qui sont liés à ça. C'est ça.
Hold on, because they showing a guy speaking, but they're playing his music over it, so y'all don't hear it. Like I don't hear it either. But they're showing the subtitles for it. Hold on, let me show you. This brother is saying, we are ready for confrontation. He's speaking to a people. And he said, we are ready for confrontation. I'm going to show you this guy. Hold on 1 second. Then he says, we will free the country from the tyranny of the Moors. Yo, since y'all, just to make sure y'all don't think I'm bullshitting right here, man. I don't have no reason to lie about this stuff, yo. We are ready for confrontation. We will free the country from the tyranny of the Moors. I don't know if y'all can see that. We will free the country from the tyranny of the Moors. All right.
Were still slaves in Mauritania. Descendants of the slaves here are called Harati. 4 years ago, Biram burned.
Oh, what did he say? Descendants of the slaves are called or what? What they called? Hold on. Let me play that. Let me run that back. This motherfuckers nigga. I don't know what I be talking about, though. Who am I? Nobody knows me. We all know Sabir Bey. He's known all across the world. Who am I, though? Nobody knows me. I'm just mad. I'm just trying to get attention by using his name because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Hold on.
An activist whose grandparents were still slaves in Mauritania. Descendants of the slaves here are called Harati. 4 years ago, Biram burned some books that justify slavery using quotes from the Quran. The president called this act blasphemy and demanded the death penalty for him. It was only under pressure from Europe that Biram's life was spared. As he is followed day and night by the Secret Service, we have to be careful in our contacts with him.
So he escaped Mauritania and got over to Spain. All right, because, I mean, this is not an anomaly. This shit happens. I left that part, I think I left that part out of the documentary, but when I edited it. But, like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for this documentary once this is over. And y'all can go and see a whole thing in its entirety on your own. Y'all ain't got to believe what I'm saying. I know y'all can't see it right now, but you'll be able to watch it on your own. Like, this can't be hid.
La rue derrière l'hôpital polyclinique, tu le connais? Bienvenue, merci. Ceux qui ont dirigé les...
It's the last brother that he talked to, if I'm correct. So he's saying the people who are the leaders of Islam here, they use Islam to legitimize slavery. Oh my God. Did he say that? Hold on. Gotta show y'all this one. Did he say that? The people who are leaders here, the people who are leaders of Islam here, use Islam to legitimize slavery. What is that?
Pour légitimer cet esclavage. Donc c'est une chose de l'islam? C'est pas une chose de l'islam, mais...
So the guy asked him, is it not an Islamic thing? And the brother says, it isn't specifically Islamic, but now they're using the religion.
La religion a été instrumentalité pour légitimer.
to legitimize slavery.
Parce que chez nous, l'esclavage de chez nous, il est considéré.
They consider slavery to be one of God's commandments, as Islam. That's what these brothers be following. These Moorish Americans.
Comme un commandement de Dieu. Et lorsque j'incinérais les livres, les militants de Irak étaient 600 personnes. Et lorsque, après 4 mois de prison, je sortais de la prison, ils étaient 8000. Et on a marché de la prison jusqu'à ma maison. Et ils m'ont dit que dorénavant, personne ne va avoir notre destinée politique. On va créer notre propre parti pour aller, et tu vas être notre président. Tu vas diriger ce pays. Et est-ce qu'ils ont raison?
So this brother basically went to prison in Mauritania for speaking out and being an activist against slavery, and they locked him up. And when he got out, slavery in Mauritania had quadrupled, right? So the people got together, cheered them all, and said, yo, this is the last time this is going to happen. We setting up a political party, and we want you to run for president of Mauritania.
Est-ce que vous voulez être le président de Mauritanie? Je serai le président. Je serai le président. Est-ce que c'est possible pour la...
So the brother said, I will be president. I will be president of Mauritania. And the guy's asking him, is that possible for her team? And the brother said, it's inevitable. So this brother got his heart and his mind set on being the president of Mauritania, even though he's a Haratim, the lowest possible social caste in Mauritania. The slaves and the descendants of slaves.
C'est inévitable. Seule la mort pourra m'empêcher d'être
He
chef.
said, only death will keep me from becoming president.
Hiram has brought an old lady and her son with him. They turn out to have lived their entire lives in slavery. I'm speechless. What do you say to a former slave?
Madame, ça va? Oui?
Est-ce que vous vous sentez malade? Yes. What do you say
Let me show y'all the lady. Right?
Former slave.
Madame, ça va?
Yes.
Oui?
Est-ce que vous vous sentez malade?
قال كانك حاسة عنك مريضة.
This is the lady that he's talking to, and this is her son. Slaves all their lives. They asked him how she feels. She said her ribs and her chest hurts.
La hanche et la poitrine.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Elle a dit que parce qu'elle transportait et soulevait sa maîtresse, la femme qui l'a possédée, qui était sa propriétaire.
Vous êtes libre.
So she was set free from the person that owned her, and she had to lift and carry her mattress all the way to wherever she's at right now. And this is an older sister. This is an elder. You know, so she's saying her hips, her chest, and her ribs is hurt because she had to lift and carry her mattress from wherever she was at, where her master owned her and set her free, to wherever she is now. I don't know why she would have to do that if her son is right there with her. You know, maybe it's a little more to the story.
لا الزمن جيك نو
2013. Et vous êtes son fils. Quelqu'un a connu ça. Et ça veut dire que vous avez vécu avec votre mère dans la maison de votre propriétaire. Il a dit oui qu'il a grandi là-bas.
So she was said for 2013, and her son has been with her his entire life. So while she was owned by the people that she was owned by, her son was with her too. His entire life. They was since 2013 they've been free. And whenever, I don't know when this documentary was taken, but it was somewhere between 2013 and it had to be after 2013 actually, and now, right? And he's saying that he grew up in slavery. This is the brother's words.
Avec l'esclavage. Et vous avez peur. وقاعد خايف كنت ديك الساعة والله حطني بعض الشتي بطني هو وحده دخلني لقلبي ديك الساعة خبطني عندي.
He said they were strict, so oftentimes he was afraid. He said they beat him often. Said those wounds never healed properly.
السري هذا اللي يعطي زمن Est-ce qu'elle a des enfants avec le maître aussi? Oui, tous ses enfants.
They asked him, did the elder have children with her master? And the son said, yes. All her children, this son and others,
dont lui et les autres, ils sont nés avec les maîtres,
were born in her master's house. She has never married.
Parce qu'elle ne s'est jamais mariée. Ah, oui. Donc le maître et le père.
So the guy's asking him, so is the master the father? Right? So he answers, the master himself, his son, his cousin, his friend. Like, so they passed this sister around.
Le maître, le fils du maître, le cousin du maître, l'ami du maître, l'hôte de passage du
master, his cousin, his son, his friend, and his visitors. Even strangers used her.
Du maître, l'étranger du maître. Mais c'est un sujet extrêmement sensible. C'est difficile à parler. C'est très, très, très difficile. C'est une situation complexe. Hein? Absolument. C'est dramatique. C'est très douloureux. C'est complexe. Hein?
He said it's a sensitive subject. You know what I mean? So he said, is it difficult for her to talk about? And the brother said, yes, it's very difficult for her to talk about. And he asked the other brother, is it a complexion situation? Quote, is it a complexion? It's a complexion situation, isn't it? And the brother answers, absolutely.
Absolument. C'est dramatique. C'est très douloureux. C'est pourquoi les autorités ne veulent pas qu'on parle de ça. Parce que...
He said it's serious. The authorities want to cover it up. And quote, it is just as serious as apartheid.
C'est aussi grave que l'apartheid. Et eux, ils ne veulent pas être taxés comme étant des gens d'apartheid. Ils veulent être propres, fréquenter les gens.
He said they don't want to be associated with apartheid. They don't want to be associated with this slavery. Quote, they want to look decent in the eyes of Europe and America. He said they want to look decent in the eyes of Europe and America. So is it possible when some of these brothers go from America to North Africa to travel, they don't see this type of stuff because it's covered up? And like the brother said, quote, they want to look decent in the eyes of Europe and America.
Américains, les Européens, avoir les financements, se balader. Was arrested the president.
Oh, so I ain't gonna play no more, man. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link to this. Let's see. This guy is live right now. Matter of fact, let's catch a hot second of it and see what he's talking about. I'll drop the link in the meantime.
Have to go through many different sources. Islam.
I just wanted to touch on what you were saying about the vaccine. I don't think what a lot of people don't understand is vaccine is for foreigners. The reason I know that is because as a military veteran, that's the first thing they gave us when we went overseas to go invade other countries or quote unquote went to wars with other countries. Those vaccines are meant for foreign people. And in the government's eyes, you know what I'm saying, the people are foreign to whoever the government is. Because they pushed me with TB, tuberculosis.
They gave you that?
They gave us all of that just to go invade another country.
But you know the funny thing you said, brother. My brother Damon was in I think it was the Desert Storm, and I was trying to get him on. He said they gave them this pill that it was something they was giving the soldiers, and he said they was almost like what they giving them now. He said they was hallucinating, bro, in their sleep. Literally, he said for.
I had a discussion with a brother the other day. So they what they did was they took the plant and they formed it into what the government called LSD. The government called it LSD. They was giving the soldiers that, and they called it the malaria pill. So when they called it malaria pill for the worms and stuff going on.
I got another brother on here too. It's a brother named Jerry. He's on here now. He said likewise. He's saying the same thing.
It's like y'all don't understand. Like if they're playing the game with y'all, they are getting y'all ready for a military action. Your call has been.
Wow.
That is the only way they do a mass vaccination. The reason I know that is fact. The Tuskegee experiment was a experiment to vaccinate soldiers, not people. They turned the people into soldiers. And they sent them overseas to try to depopulate the quote-unquote black race.
So this is my thing, brother, and this is why I get upset with some of these radio personalities. Why aren't you talking to people like this who's been in the military? My brother Jerry is on here too. My brother Damon said he's going to call me right back because he the one that brought me my attention to this. He said they was giving them this stuff, brother. He said cats was committing suicide. It was crazy. He said because they would hallucinate.
We had two in my regiment that actually committed suicide off that shit.
Wow. And you got guys like Bum B and these people running around here telling people, yeah, I would take the vaccine because nigga, it's been less than a year and you're telling. He go Damon right here. Hold on, I'm gonna let you hear my boy. Damon.
Yo.
I'm live right now. I'm talking to another brother. I'm talking to a couple people that was overseas, right? And what they gave them. What was that thing you said they gave you when you were over? Where was you at?
I went to Iraq.
Iraq. And what they gave you?
Well, we landed in Kuwait and then we went up to the northern part of Iraq. But they gave us the pills before we left.
The pills before they left. And what was it again?
It was for, I don't know the name of it, but it was for malaria, they said.
You see what I'm saying? And he said they had niggas going crazy, dude, like having nightmares.
Yeah, all of us had nightmares.
All of them had nightmares.
Yo, that is crazy because we all went through the same thing.
He said he went through the same thing.
That is crazy.
Like it's no joke.
I can hear him.
Yeah, but this is what I was telling them, damn. I'm like, and people want to take this vaccine as if, oh yeah, I'll take the vaccine. You got niggas like Bum B talking about I'll take the vaccine. How and you never listen, you got all these other things, cancer, AIDS, all these other flu, and you're going to take something less than a year. If I tell you to take vitamin D, you think I'm crazy.
Right.
You follow me? But now, see, this is the thing, and this is why I said if people don't read, brother, it's like it's insane. When you read Frantz Fanon's book, Black Skin, White Mask, Dude, he dropped a lot of stuff in that book about black people, bro. And we still accepting the nonsense. And I'm looking at Roland Martin. I'm getting mad. I'm like, dude, why are you not presenting no facts to these people? Is it entertainment? Is Roland Martin's shows and these people are entertainment when they bring these so-called experts on these shows? Is it just about entertainment? Like, come on, my G. Like, people are dying out here. This is why we are messed up. We are messed up because we're being lied to mentally, physically, getting poisoned every single day. And we're going to allow this same stuff to keep going and keep going until one of us die. Do you know that if a person died, they said for COVID, they said that it's not an accident, it's natural death, so they don't have to pay your family? This is crazy.
That's crazy.
Ain't that? Go look it up. They said they don't have to pay your family because it's called natural death. And then on top of that, what they said that they're not responsible if you die. It's a clause in that motherfreaker, bruh. Wow. And then this is the crazy part about people. We are taking it. And then they say, well, Sabir, why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing it, Sabir? Because I love my people. I love people, period. I could dislike you like a motherfreaker. You follow me?
Farrakhan just put out a video, this new video, and he started talking about, it's funny you said vitamin D, because he said, you know, in the Caribbean, where I forget where he's from, but he said where he's from, only 50 people have died. And he said that's because they get sunlight, they get vitamin D.
I was in Mexico, bro. It was 100 degrees in Tulum when I was there a week or two ago. 100. We was like, ain't no damn nothing can survive in this motherfreaker, bro. I was in Tulum. I walked 5 minutes and was sweating bullets, bro, in Mexico. So I'm sitting.
In Afghanistan, it was 135 over there on days.
That's right. It was 100. It was 152 in Iraq.
But if you, he was over there for a while. This dude, he came home. He was telling me all this. He was going to be a police officer in Philly until he heard my radio show years ago. Yeah. And he said, you didn't mess me up, Sabir. I don't even want to be a cop no more. Because once you get this truth, brother, it's a wrap. Once you get it, it's a wrap, because you'll start thinking, and this is why they got to bombard us with so much propaganda on television. Like, I'm sitting back watching. I said, I'll be in other states and other countries too. I'll be laughing. I'll be like, y'all don't really know what's going on. Like, I'll be on that type of, like, they don't play this crazy stuff like in other countries. I'll be like, the propaganda machine works so hard. And if you go to another country, I spoke with guys from Sudan, all these countries.
There's some more travel stories.
They said the reason why people cause. Look at the artificial food that we're eating. This is what he's telling me. I'm in a Lyft. The best conversation is when you get in a Lyft. You know what I mean? Like a cab or Lyft or Uber. Ask the person where they're from and then have a conversation with them and then see. I'm so serious. He used to do a Lyft too.
Because most people, they can't grasp the identity of nationality.
They don't get it, bro. Damon, this guy here, he used to be a cab driver. Now, you know, he can tell you the story. Now, I just called him. He used to drive a cab and listen to my show when I used to live in Philly. And he used to pull over like, what the hell is nigga just say?
Yeah. I used to call him and be like, yo, they gonna fire you, dog. They gonna kick you off the air.
You heard what he said? He said they're gonna fire you. He said they're gonna fire you, dog. They can't fire me when I was putting up my own money. They can't fire me.
Because when we first went over there, the locals over there was asking us dark skins what were we doing over there. That was a crazy part. They were asking us.
He said they asked. He said the same thing. He said the same thing. What are you doing here? And this is the thing. Go ahead. No, go.
And it was like, at the time, I couldn't understand the question because I didn't even know why I was over there.
You just wanted because you wanted the money.
In 2011, so it was like, why am I there? You know, and they was asking me the same thing, and I couldn't even give them an answer.
Because what happens, they're giving you have to fight for this corporation. The United States Army is the United States Army. It's not an American army, fam. I'm going to say this one more time for y'all. It is not an American army. It's the United States. If you look on all of their stuff, anybody that's in the military, it says U.S., not America. U.S., not America.
Yeah, it does.
You follow me? So people are not getting what's going on to them. I got you, brother. I'm going to bring you on in 1 second. They're not getting this type of information. So you're going to a country not even having knowledge of who you are, but they're telling you you're a Black American Come on over and fight for us. You follow me? So if you have the knowledge of who you truly are, then you start conversing with these people internationally. You follow me? You're going to start building with them where they're at. So that's why they was asking you and asking Damon and many other people who, you like, why are you here? You dark as me, my nigga. But they only show you what they want to show on television, like across the globe. I was with an Ethiopian sister yesterday, and I said they only show you one Ethiopian. They only show you one. They don't show you the dark ones. The Mercy tribe. Look up the Mercy tribe. Everybody look up the Mercy tribe in Ethiopia. They don't show them, but they show you all the lighter people. And then when people come into this land, I don't want to say country, because every state is a country. Don't believe me? I'm gonna give y'all the science, okay? Every state is a country. What do you mean, Sabir? California is a country that has a constitution. Am I right? And a flag. Am I right? Pennsylvania has a constitution, right? And a flag. Am I right? Help me out. Each state has its own constitution and its own flag. Common sense, right? So they became states later on. You can research when the states became states. There were countries before that. So I have to be careful about the word country. So when they came into this land, the people who come into this land, they cannot talk to you, or they scare the hell out of them and tell them that they would be deported. They will be deported. When you should say the Europeans should be deported. If you was a man, you follow me?
The brother was asking me, I was asking the brother, I said, where you from, brother? He's like, well, I'm from the state of Virginia. I said, what? He said, the state of Virginia. I said, I don't know the state of Virginia. I said, what land are you from? He said, oh, I'm from Virginia. Okay. Now you from Virginia, but as the state of Virginia, I don't know that. You know, but as a land, I know the land of Virginia. So when I explained to him, like, so if you come over here to where I'm at, basically, if you're from Virginia, the land of from Virginia, and you come over here to the land of Oklahoma, you're in the same jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same jurisdiction. The only difference is the imaginary boundary line. That's it.
Exactly. And that's what it is. It's the same thing in Africa, bro. They're artificial boundary line. This is crazy, dude. And this is what I'm saying, the conversation that we should have. Damon knew me for a long time. He know from URD, I was giving it up, bro. Like literally like going ham. I used to do this 12 to 3 in the morning. KDU, I used to play the music and then go into the history. I used to have people pulling over going into the store looking at toothpaste. This is how crazy my show was. I would say the poison is in the toothpaste, my G. They already got you.
Look at the tip of the toothpaste. Yeah, I remember that.
But they're telling you. Like right now, they're telling you what the vaccine is going to do. We're not responsible. We're not responsible if you take it, but you're trying to force somebody. And this is what comes into effect. Come on, let's talk for a minute. What comes into effect next? I got about 3 or 4 more on this mug. It's 3 or 4 more, and they just didn't come on yet. There's a couple of vets on here.
What do you think they're doing to the people? They're turning the people into a collective military.
They're violating people's human rights, but blacks don't have human rights. This book right here that I got, this book was in Spain inside of a hotel, brother. We get the Bibles in the state. Nigga, stay in your place, read the Bible. They get the human rights. This is a human rights book that was in my hotel room every time I went back to
All right, yo. So the rhetoric, god damn. Because you call yourself black, you don't have human rights. Well, I mean, these people in Mauritania don't call themselves black. Do they have human rights? What do you call that? I mean, ooh, it's crazy, man. All right, get back to it. Just throw my clothes in the washer real quick.
So don't think it's because of it's just Moors. Don't know he is that, but we have to have these types of real conversations. I started Moors Lives Matter when I was on LA Talk Live. I came on the air and I said, yo, let's do this thing called Moor. And if anybody go back into history, you'll see my background. Everybody's using it now. But I started that and I put the colors inside there. I did it back in LA. So why are we not having this conversation so we can bring the right people on, not these temple Moors, because some of these temple Moors are out of pocket. So, and I'm gonna address this issue too, because if we supposed to bring the people back into what? Back into what, brother? Hold up, say that again. Back in the constitutional fold of government. This is the Constitution. Back into the constitutional fold of government.
Now that you say that, me and the brother, we take an oath to protect and uphold the Constitution, and you just held it up.
No doubt.
This isn't a game. Like this is who we are born. We have to protect that which is sacred to us as we the people ordained the Constitution for them.
Exactly, but we have to have those. We have to have this conversation, and you can't get these cats at the temple because that's all they're gonna keep talking about is Islamism. I'm not.
Let me ask you this. Yo.
Go ahead.
Let me ask them too. Have you ever been on missions where you had to take the flag off your uniform?
He said, "Have you ever been on missions that you had to take the flag off your uniform?"
Yeah, we had to take the flag off and give them a piece of paper.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know about the paper part, but I know that we were told to take it off our uniform.
Wow. Why is that?
Because you don't want to be identified. If something happens and you get caught or if you get killed or whatever, they don't want to trace you to the United States.
Damn, that means somebody was doing some. Somebody must have been doing some dirt then, my G.
Oh, it was a lot of dirt. Yeah, that's why the football player got killed. Pat Tillman, he got killed by his own squad.
Oh, the football player got killed by his own squad?
Yeah, Special Forces Pat Tillman. Because when he went over the first mission, he found out that, he was all gung-ho, and he joined after 9/11. So after his first mission, he found out it was all about oil, just like I did. But then he wanted to come back and tell everybody. And then he went out, they sent him out, he didn't want to go back. But then they sent him out on another mission, and his own unit lit him up with a 50 caliber machine gun.
God damn. It's all about oil, baby. Damn.
And they call it friendly fire. This is well known because it was on, the family knows, and it was on, you don't watch football, but it was on a documentary about him called A Football Life.
Wow.
And they put it on there.
Wow. Listen, bro. Listen, this thing is crazy. We are in our people. If we're not having this conversation, and I want y'all to share this to all of these on social media. I bring real content. I don't know what these other cats bring. I bring real, and I've been doing it for 20 years in the radio game. It's so much stuff, brother, that I know about celebrities and why they won't say certain things because y'all won't have their back. So when
you know something? That's why it kind of, remember I called you up, and that kind of hurt my heart about DL because I know how tight you were with him, and I know him before the whole COVID thing, which you was talking about, him being around him and you, that he just flipped the script.
Flipped the script. And he know.
I was shocked when he came on. He came on CNN talking about he contracted COVID.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, what?
And DL, and Damon knows that I know DL personally. He flew. Wasn't I with them in Virginia, Damon? And then we
was backstage.
I took him to go meet DL Hughley when we were in Virginia. He drove about an hour to Damon to come to the show, and I invited another sister that was on Delta Airline because I was on a plane with Cedric, the entertainer. So Cedric and I was talking. So the girl, a flight attendant, she wanted to go to a show. I said, no, come on, I'll take you to the show. And I invited her. I said, Damon, meet me. She meet me. I didn't know the girl. I just brought her. I ain't try to sleep with her, none of that. I just said, let's go. So
she was cool.
She was cool.
Damani.
Exactly. Exactly. So we gets to the joint, and I'm, introducing them. We all at the bar. It was Cedric, George Lopez, Eddie Griffin. Who else was there? Was Charlie Murphy there at the time? No, I think he passed. Was he there? Charlie passed. Charlie passed at that time because we was in Houston with Charlie Murphy. But we know these people, and he know that I know him personally. So when DL did what he did, I'm like, and DL said what he said about me, I'm like, come on, brother DL, we gotta, if you really want content, brother, let's talk about it. Let's really talk about what's going on. But I understand that if you speak on these subjects, right? If you speak on certain subjects, it will shut down. Most of them called me. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Stevie Wonder called me one time. DL called me for health tips one time about oil of oregano. I'm gonna keep it real. You can share this with him. He know I'm not lying because he can call me. It's not an attack on my brother DL, but I want y'all to understand.
Why this guy always trying to seem like he bigger than life, man? I don't get it. He just said, "Oh, I'm just well traveled. I know all these celebrities. Like, what's going on, man?"
When you say it like that, and you was talking about if the celebrities told the truth, they wouldn't be our celebrities. Like, it's crazy when you said that if they told us what they knew, their hair would be cut off, because we would have to go back in time mentally to understand what happened. And if we did understand what happened back in that time, most people would be beheaded.
You know what though? Let me tell you what happened about that one. Do you know that's what happened to Montezuma? Study Montezuma, y'all. Montezuma took the side of the Spaniards and they stoned Montezuma to death.
Was it the Soto that made him, or was it was the Soto that made him?
I don't know which one, but I do know in the history, Montezuma was stoned to death because he took the side of the Spaniards. And this is what's going to happen to these so-called celebrities. First of all, let's stop calling them celebrities, first of all right? Because everybody's a celebrity because we all celebrate, first and foremost. That's for me. You celebrate, you are a celebrity. That 100. I've never wanted to be in part of none of that. And I know many people who are realer than real. You follow me? So I don't know what somebody say, y'all not real Moors. Man, we're not talking about no goddamn Moors. Get your facts right. Get out your feelings, my G. This cat that I keep trying to get him to come on the feed, but he keeps telling y'all not real. We're not even talking about Moors. You see how ignorant our people are? We're not even talking about that. Damn, yo. Get out your.
Sabir's trying to bring the light to y'all.
This is
right. That he knows. And like, it's crazy how everybody said, instead of doing research like you asked, they rather put their general opinion into something they know nothing about.
And that's a belief system. The word believe means to be lied to. Someone told you. If you take the word, and this is what I was always taught, to take the word and loosen it up and put it back together. Lie is inside belief, which means that someone told you that. It ain't a place that I have not been yet. I've been to many places. It ain't something that Sabir is just reading. It's something Sabir Bey knows. That's a fact. Facts can be researched, analyzed, and proven. Beliefs are what people believe in. So someone told you that. If Damon tell me something, I'm just like, nigga, I'm going to check this out. I got on a plane, my G, and went overseas when somebody was talking. I said, you know what? I'm going to jump on a plane and I'm going to go by myself to find out what's going on. You follow me? That's the type of person I am. I'm not getting up here just believing what you said. So, you should take this back.
Here we go. More personal loathing about his travel experiences.
Or some Corella. How about taking that for a minute? Let's try vitamin D, right? And some Corella. Because when I got shot many times, I went to the hospital. You know the first thing the doctors would always say? What's the last thing you ate? How you healing the way you heal? They ask you these questions. When you take care of your real temple, everything's going to fall in line. We don't want to be disciplined enough, brother, because we won't want to let go of our bad habits. We don't want to let go of the bad habits. You follow me? And that's what's going on. So it's no way in hell that we sit up here still believing somebody who actually poisoning our people. Like literally, like, have you studied the Tuskegee experiment and all these, the syphilis and all? Have you studied that motherfucker? Have y'all?
If y'all studied that to the detail, y'all would know that they were sending out people with those diseases to other countries.
And this is the thing. A disease means a dis-ease in your body, G.
Yeah.
Listen, I want you to help me out. Go get this book. Get a dictionary of origins of words. Look it up. Right? I'm going to help you out. When we went to school, right, Damon? I'm talking to y'all, right? We went to school, right? So what is a prefix?
What is a what?
Prefix.
Oh, prefix. It comes before the. I don't know
before the suffix, right?
It comes before the word.
Before the suffix, right? So if I just say it's a dis-ease, it's a dis-ease in your body. This brother named Ibn Sina, and I want y'all to research him. I told you, I've researched many things, right? Ibn Sina said, there is no uncurable diseases, just the lack of knowledge. There's no something. What do you say? There is no worthless herbs. Only the lack of. I'm trying to quote from the top of my head his quote.
Can I expound on that, brother?
Go ahead.
So brother Sabir said. So when they say it's a disease, you know they actually separating from the body and the spirit. They're separating the two that make you one. So when they put in these so-called diseases, they're breaking down the whole immune system of the body.
But that's what it is. It's like antibiotics means against the body. Pro means for. Now you got people taking anti against instead of pro, which is for. But yet you bring people on your show saying he's an expert in something. So imagine me sitting up there talking to somebody like that saying, well, what do you mean by taking antibiotics, my G? You're supposed to have probiotics. Pro means for the body, not against the body. So the craziness of our people, the conditioning over and over and over with our people. You follow me? So I'm not here for you to believe anything Sabir Bey says. I present all this information to you. I've just studied it. I've given it for years, but they run from this type of information because they don't want to have this information. Oh no, this is too much like right. Oh no, it's like this too much. Even down to the, I'm gonna give you another one. You got this book right here. I want everybody to get it. Let me show you how crazy the words are. I want you to look up this word for me. It's called democracy. Right? Democracy. Democracy, which means the demon rules, right? Here's democracy. Now I'm going to show y'all something. In the Constitution, it doesn't say anything about democracy. It says republic, right? Bear with me 1 second. This is the conversation they should have. I would only been on for 58 minutes. That's long enough for Roland Norton to have that conversation. Democracy. Democracy means literally French, medieval, right? All of the, wait a minute, give me the origins. It gives you the origins, and it tells you as a demon. The demon or the mob rules. Malcolm said that back in the day. That's demon. Malcolm X said in a democracy, right? This is Malcolm. He said that you can have 10 people and one disagree with you. That's a republic, right? That's a republic. So in a democracy, you can have 10 people, one disagree. That called the mob rules. So I'm going to show y'all some facts. Once again, that's democracy. Democracy. It's a Latin and Greek word. It's Latin and Greek, right? But if you read the Constitution, democracy does not appear once in the Constitution. Here you go, brother. Here it is right there. Democracy. Should we be having this conversation?
Yeah, we should.
Democracy does not appear once in the Constitution.
Ain't that so? And they say, and the pledge allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Somebody talk to me for a minute. Why we got these cats keep calling people experts on these shows and y'all not talking about this, but you got all these, well, he's an expert in this. I want to know the definition of an expert, my G. Could somebody get Roland on the line? This is not an attack on Roland, but I just want to ask. I just want to ask him, what is the definition? Because I got many dictionaries.
He ain't trying to cross that line.
But see, this is the thing, brother. This is what I'm saying to you. It's not an attack on him, but you can't say that there's nowhere else. This is his slogan. There is nothing else. Nowhere else you're going to get this information. This is unfiltered, unsuch and such. This is unfiltered.
What about this one right here?
This is unfiltered.
It says You know, what about those people who claim to be citizens of the United States?
Who?
What about those people that claim to be citizens of the United States?
Hold up, brother. I'm trying to find my Constitution, fam. I'm trying to find my small book. Oh, here you go. The small book of the Constitution, or the big one. This is the one that says democracy does not appear once in the Constitution. This one. It does not appear, but you get on TV and you scream and yell about civil rights, human rights, all these rights, all the rights. No, black folks don't have human rights. You have civil rights, which is a granted privilege. This is why, once again, and if I'm wrong, bring me the experts on the feed. I am open for all of them. Civil rights is a granted privilege. Granted privilege, which could be taken. Biden sat with the NAACP leaders. I don't know if y'all saw this. Go back and watch it. He made them look like children. He said, I was pushing to have the civil rights vote signed every 25 years. If it's a right, then why the hell somebody got to vote for this motherfucker? Why you got to keep signing for it?
Right.
Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Do you understand that civil rights is a granted privilege? This is why you have civil rights, a discrimination case. That's basically what civil rights is. It's a discrimination case. So what happens if you discriminate? If you discriminate, the president or the federal government cannot fund you. Trump just talked about if the states do certain things, they're going to pull their federally funded money. Did you hear about it? Did you hear what Trump said? I may not agree with everything Trump's saying, but damn it, that dude is on something. They talking about giving people $600 for a stimulus, but they're giving money to everything else. They're giving money to closed places when you have people losing their jobs, losing their homes. I've sat in lifts, man, from Florida on down. Let me tell you something. I've had people who told me, this one dude had a Tesla, a Lyft. He said, I had to drive a Lyft, brother. He said, I had to leave Atlanta to move to Florida because I lost my job. I met a sister in one, like moving from one state to another state just to get a job. But yet they're giving people $600 stimulus check, but they're giving money to close places, right? And you have these bit on some false bull crap that they keep promoting about this COVID. And they're making people lose their jobs because if you're working, I was in hotels, nobody was in the motherfucker. It's crazy. And I'm talking to the people. You got to talk to people. They're losing their jobs behind something that if I tell you to take vitamin D, get that in your system, get some oil oregano in your system, but goddamn, why are we not having this conversation every day? So if Roland Martin is unfiltered, right? If he's unfiltered and he has no filters, the nigga didn't talk about it then. Let's have this conversation. Yes, I'll give Taj your number, no doubt. But just hit me up on my Facebook, all right? I'll give Taj your number. I might call Taj up in a minute, though. But did that make sense, Damon? People are losing homes, brother, jobs. And if you don't have a gift, if you don't have a craft, if you don't have something to sell online, you done. You are done.
Have you heard about the latest thing that they put out on the news? The COVID variant?
COVID variant? What the hell is that?
Supposedly it's mutating, and they're concerned about having to give out the vaccine.
They stopped it in certain places. They said they stopped it in certain places. It's crazy, but but black folks, again, we don't get this type of conversation unless you tune into Sabir Bay show. That's all I was doing for years. Because this is, listen, I'll be like, I'm gonna fall back for a second. I know it. I know my body. Nobody can tell me about my body. Nobody can tell me about my body. Well, you got to work. You Songbird? No.
It actually talks about the coronavirus. It's
wow.
So basically, when people get it, when they testing you with it, the first instance it enters your body, it breaks down your immune system.
Damn.
You have to keep going back to the hospital to get checkups and shit. That's why they're mutating the coronavirus, because they have. It's like fungus. It gets to a certain point and it becomes dormant. So they have to keep reactivating that coronavirus for it to keep going.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's like
Oh yeah.
They called it what?
COVID-23.
COVID-23.
Yeah, that's a gene variation.
Wow. Wow. This yo.
They called it COVID-23. Y'all go check out that 23andMe DNA test.
Yo, boy, they playing, man. They playing with our people. And again, y'all can do what y'all want to do. You grown ass people. Do you, dude? Do you? Don't come.
I'm not. Look, no, I'm not taking no more vaccines. That's wrap for me. I'm good.
This is crazy, man.
No, I signed a contract where I had to take the vaccine.
He signed a contract and had to take it. This is the thing that people don't understand how powerful contracts are, bro. But in contracts, you have offer, acceptance, and consideration. You follow me? Offer, acceptance, and consideration. A minor cannot enter a contract. I'm going to say this again. If you have black folks running around here calling themselves minority,
All right, man. He said, I can't listen to this dude no more. Yo, I can't either. You throw this up there.
Yeah, man. I feel like Sean.
Yeah, man. I'm off. Read this real quick. We get out of here. My brother Sean, you in the back. I need to see this at first. This is from Arab Views of this is I'm pretty sure this is from from West Africa, Islam, and the Arab World by John Hunwick. I'm pretty sure it is. If it ain't, yeah, let me know. But it says the association of black Africans with slavery then has been in the Arab mind from the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad until the present, although Muhammad himself did not promote such a concept, but rather denied it. The first black Africans known to Arabs in Arabia were Ethiopians, taken into tribes as slaves. Then, as Arab ruled territory expanded to include North Africa, the first major source of slaves was Black Africa. So he's showing that these Arabs, made a distinction between themselves and the blacks. They enslaved the blacks because they were the blacks. No other reason. Was the first major source of slaves in Black Africa, which also remained a major source of slaves down to the dawn of the 20th century, and European colonial rule took over. Although Islamic teachings defined the enslavable merely as unbelievers, no matter what color, non-Muslim blacks, Africans were identified easier to get hold of and bring into the Arab regions of the Muslim world, especially after populations of the Sahelian region became Muslim and could use captured non-Muslim neighbors as trading objects for commerce with the Mediterranean world. So these people they're taking as slaves is going up north to North Africa. You see those had a team that we talked about earlier. For many centuries, a false interpretation of the Torah account of Ham's son Canaan becoming a servant of his brothers made Ham himself both a slave and a man who turned black through his father Noah. This is the Hamitic hypothesis, the curse of Ham. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Where was I at? Become the servant of his brothers and made him both a slave and later, and allegedly as well, we start getting into the realm of scientific racism. See it first with the Arabs, just like everything else, like all the other forms of racism, right? The scientific theory claimed that the inhabitants of Black Africa, due to the extreme heat of their climate, were weak-minded savages. All of these theories tended to make Arabs see Black Africans as inferior human beings who they could claim as slaves. Now, if y'all want more about this scientific theory, you got to get volume two. Got to get volume two because I specifically wrote a chapter on the racist uh, colorism of the Arabs, and I deal with that. I touch on the scientific theory that they're talking about. It is a climactic zone theory that claims that people in certain zones, in certain climate zones, are prone to certain behaviors. And I'll say this: the Arabs don't discriminate. It ain't just blacks. I don't like them white folks either. The Europeans in the north, they feel some type of way about them too, and they try with this scientific racism theory to prove their points with that as well. And of course, the Arabs, at least of North Africa, the Mediterranean zone, put themselves in the best place and the best climactic zone that it is. All right. But anyway, you get volume two if you want to know about that. Finally, here is what may be found in the Quran about human colors. Al Imran 106. It says, "On a day, some faces will be whitened, some blackened. As for those whose faces blackened, it will be said, 'Did you reject faith after your belief of it? Then taste the penalty for rejecting faith.'" So that co-aligns with the the curse of Ham, the turning black because you lost your faith, right? So the next one says, among his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the differences in your languages and colors. So let's see. The commentator Al Baydawi says whiteness of skin and blackness of it, or the layout of limbs and their shapes and colors and their quality. So there occurs distinction and recognition until there is difference and dual harmonizing together and conformity of their materials and the matters encountered by two of them is soothing. Hmm. Although these quotations seem to condemn black Africans, it is quite evident that many black Africans who converted to Islam have been true worshippers of God and acting in respect of all orders of the Quran. Hmm. Let's see. Such tolerance for holy black persons, even okay. Such tolerance for holy black persons, even when technically free, quote unquote. When we're talking about those manumitted slaves or those free slaves, even when technically free, was not so common in Morocco, right? So they didn't tolerate, they didn't have a high tolerance for full sub-Saharan Africans in Morocco, whether free, quote unquote. See, they got that in quotations, or not free. In fact, the notion that to be black meant to be a slave mm, became a commonly held belief. So being a slave, equating black with slave became a commonly held belief in Morocco. So when you get that, when you hear these Moors saying that, that's where they come from. That North Africa region, those Arabs. Sultan Ahmed al-Mansur began to set up a black slave army force for his kingdom after the conquest of Songhai Empire and the exportation of Morocco men considered to be slaves. And we talked about this on the other show in 1591. Sultan Morocco al-Mansur. I think we talked about this week on the book club. Sultan Ahmed al-Mansur in 1591 sent some Moroccans down to Songhai to sack it and take slaves. And one of those slaves that they took back was Ahmed Baba. About a century later, Muley Ismail Ibn al-Sharif decided to do a similar thing and initiated such a force by searching for descendants of those who had been part of an earlier slave army. In search, however, collected anyone viewed as black throughout certain areas of Morocco. So he was just running around snatching black people to be part of a slave empire. Why don't he know that though? Let's see if we can play the sound for this.
They asked me today, what happened? They asked me today, how do you retain all this information? The problem is some people think you got to read straight through a whole book. Some people really think you got to read through a whole book. Number one, I'm a speed reader. It ain't about reading the book. It's about being the book, knowing the book. So somebody asked me that question. I said, what?
So he's not even reading through these whole books. He just told. That's why he don't know. He's not reading through these books, bro. He sound like Ali Muhammad.
I'm weak at that.
You think I'm gonna read all these books? We got time to read all these damn books. Come on, bro. Oh man. What he saying this?
It's an alphabet. That the Ankh symbol is an alphabet from Amharic. Anybody who's there today knew exactly what I'm talking about. I said the Ankh symbol is an alphabet from Amharic. It's called the toe. Toe, like your toe. If you look up Amharic, if you know how to read it, that the Ankh.
He said the Ankh symbol is a letter in Amharic, the Amharic language. Do we see the attestation of Ankh before the invention of Amharic language? Like, does this dude know chronology? Where is he going here? Wait a minute. That don't make no sense, man. I'm not even finna insult child intelligence by trying to look that up, man. Amharic language. He said the Ankh is a symbol of a letter in the Amharic language. Okay. And y'all pay this dude though. He don't be knowing the shit that he talking about. Why he don't know the shit that he talking about? This is why.
What happened? He asked me today, how do you retain all this information? The problem is some people think you got to read straight through a whole book. Some people really think you got to read through a whole book. Number one, I'm a speed reader. It ain't about reading the book. It's about being the book, knowing the book. So somebody asked me that question. I said, what?
Yeah, I bet you are a speed reader, bro. Oh, man. Yo, that's why he don't know what the hell he talking about. But he'll tell us we don't know what we talking about, though.
Like, brother, you got to go travel. You got to go see this for yourself.
Why he ain't building with them hurricanes when he go out there? I ain't never seen that.
All right. Always acting like he's so connected.
Like you said, he's selling them travel stories.
Selling travel story. Hey, crazy thing is he's selling travel stories that you are funding.
Exactly.
Hey, Sabir is a legit Moor. That's a Moor. He a legit Moor. He get funding to go travel, and he come back with these stories, these epic stories. He's a Moor.
Yeah.
He might be a Moor, Sutek.
He might be. Take his ass over there and let them tell him that. He'll be a damn he'll be a hurricane. He'll be a hurricane in Morocco. Man, this shit is ridiculous. Any outlandish and unheard of is accepted. That's fact to the pseudo. That's true. They just accept it. They don't try to verify none of this information. A lot of it is personality worship, bro. Like you can see it. You can see it in these people in the chat. Like if I come on and ask a question, can you show these West African tribes calling themselves Moors? The chat gonna go in on me automatically. Like they go automatically go in on me. It's nothing but personality worship. That's why I call it a cult.
Yeah, they know you, Sutek. They know you over there.
Yeah, and then he'll try to play a game like, yeah, I bet you I get you to stay on here the whole time. I bet you by the end of the video you'll be, yep, I will, bro. I'm not 7 years old, bro. Reverse psychology don't work on me. Yeah, I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be right here in the chat. I'm gonna be listening to everything you say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So I ain't gonna keep going on and on, man. We can end this here. We've been going on for about 2 hours. It's a good little mark to stop. I hit y'all with the video. I hit y'all with white Moors, black Moors, which are a heritage. I showed y'all the heritage and what they say. I showed y'all the brothers in Mauritania on the news, the Mauritanian news, explaining and breaking it down. The social cast of Mauritania, him telling you that the heritage are the black Moors that's been slaved and descendants of free slaves. So I mean, what more can you want? What more can you want, man? So I'm gonna drop that in case y'all didn't see that link for that documentary, because I really want people to watch that documentary. YouTube wouldn't let me play it like that, but I want y'all to really watch that. 'Cause it's good. It's parts that I cut out too that are also like good parts, but I did this for a reason, so I only kept in the parts that made sense to what we were talking about. But this whole documentary is called "Secrets of the Sahara: Mauritania's Dark Side." Dropped in the chat right now. Y'all know I gotta promote real quick. Before we out, we got Coffee Pot Side TV. We got articles, we got suggested reading videos. We got where you can log in and register, keep track of your purchases, and et cetera, et cetera. Right, but we also got the learning market. The learning market, we got the books. We got Spears of the Mossy 1, From Spears to Pens, Volume 2, One Night Before Bed, Colorwa's Trip to the Motherland, From Cocaine to Consciousness. As I learned, we all learn. And the latest project or publication we just dropped on Black Friday, Spiritual Combat. Make sure y'all got it. If y'all haven't already, we're going to keep putting out this work. And also, I know we have Family Connected Apparel, where you can get your Kofi Pasa TV merch. You can get your Invoker merch. You can get your Mossy Warrior Clan merch, your United Valley Civilization merch, and coming soon, your coffee and cookies merch. I'm glad I brought that up too, because I want to hit on that real quick before we go to. But yeah, we got the Invoker shirts, the hats, we got some of everything, man. We got hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, laptop sleeves, masks, leggings for the ladies. We got some of everything, man. What you want to do is you go up top here, you go to catalog, boom, you in there. I just throw the link in it like this, so y'all will know, because it took me a minute to find where the rest of the clothes at. I didn't know to go to catalog, so y'all had those slow moments like me. And there you go. And one more thing. We have a podcast that comes on every Monday. It's called Coffee and Cookies. If you see I'm spelling it right here, Coffee and Cookies. Boom. We did an episode on indicas. We did an episode on trichomes. We did an episode on sativas, terpenes. We did an episode on the HR 3884 bill. You know what I'm saying? Like we bring in cannabis to you, cannabis information to you from a scientific perspective and point of view. You know, we chilling, we hitting you with a couple of entertainment breaks, etc. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Coffee and Cookies podcast with me and my brother Satep. We go in every Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern PM. 8 o'clock Eastern. And next week we will be doing it's Monday coming up. We will be doing concentrates. So we're gonna be talking about a few of the different concentrates, getting into that from a scientific perspective, telling you what they do, going into the different types, which we are in the age of concentrate. So you know, I think that'll be good too. Yeah, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the Coffee and Cookies podcast, man. My favorite episode was the one about terpenes. Very informative, and I've been looking at cannabis from a whole new light since we had that bill. Good bill, good show. We gonna keep at it, man. We gonna keep at it. So, man, y'all make sure y'all support, man. We doing all this for y'all. We taking time away from our family, from our friends, from our social lives to put this information out for y'all, whether it be about African American history and culture, whether it be about cannabis, whether it be about science, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like and subscribe and support anything we got going on if possible. But yeah, man, I done talked long enough, man. We out of here. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, family.